Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna look at a team that I copied from a friend of mine. Shout out to you, GarchompGlory. This is definitely not a meta line. This is an unconventional team, and the upside of running an unconventional team is that your opponent is not likely to be able to tell what your third Pokemon or your backline is gonna be, because it's just not the usual Medicham double steel or Bastion double grass, you know? And that definitely can give you a slight advantage, which compensates for probably running a little bit less overpowered Pokemon. So we have CHESNAUGHT in the lead with Vine Whip, Frenzy Plant, as well as Superpower. Then we have Shadowzard with Wing Attack, Blast Burn and Dragon Claw, and as a safe swap, Frostless with Powder Snow, as well as Avalanche and Shadow Ball. Let's jump right into it. We have Pelipper against us, doing double super effective damage with the fast move. That is an immediate switch for me to the Frostless. Opponent sadly brings in a pretty good answer though. This Umbreon will definitely be able to take switch. We end up CMP tying, and we get quite some nice damage with the avalanches. And my opponent makes a mistake. They are not throwing the move right here. We are able to barely get to a last second avalanche, and now they're down a shield. That's something that you should never do. If you can keep switch advantage without going down shields, you usually should attempt that instead of going to the shield disadvantage right here. Because as you can see, they did a lot of damage, but they would have probably rather kept the shield. We are able to land a Frenzy Plant against the Pelipper that does a decent amount of neutral damage. In comes a Stunfisk after I switch to the Zard. This Stunfisk will not appreciate the Blast Burn. They shield it, and we of course have to respect the double super effective Rock Slide, which would just one shot. I have to double shield, and now it's time to make sure to get out with enough energy to have a Blast Burn for the Stunfisk and then immediately be able to Dragon Claw the Pelipper. And we have enough energy, and that is gonna be the end of the Pelipper. GG. And my opponent probably lost this game because they went down the shield for no reason. Alright, Noctowl, not a good lead. Immediately going to my Frostless. Opponent brings in a Stunfisk. It's a solid answer. We have the Avalanche to hit it for pretty decent neutral damage. I don't think there's really a need to go for a Shadow Ball in this situation. Because we need two moves anyway. Opponent gives us a shield. This is already nice. And right here, I know I do have my second move. I'm gonna win CMP. So I'm gonna invest a shield right here because I know my opponent has to give up a shield as well in order to keep switch, which they do. And with Shadowzard up a shield and opponent being shields down, we are in a decent situation. Opponent goes for a Rock Slide, it's resisted. Spoiler, Earthquake is as well. And right here, I'm immediately switching out to Zard. They're not gonna get to another move, and I just want to get an energy advantage as fast as possible. In comes a Swampert, but due to the energy advantage that I got, I am able to get to double Dragon Claw right here. And this is a CMP tie. We're gonna win it. This is gonna take out the Swampert. The aggressive play, aggressive switch into the Zard right there, definitely paid off. In comes the Noctowl. They are able to get to a move, but Noctowl is not the hardest hitting. And right here, I didn't want to do another fast move because I was a little bit afraid of a catch. And they ended up catching, or attempting the catch at least. And that definitely worked out. Alright, Deoxys. I think Deoxys I want to immediately switch and hope to farm down later with CHESNAUGHT and then have energy against Deoxys already. Once again, there is an Umbreon against us. I've seen lots of Umbreons today, as well as Deoxys. Seems like both of them are making a comeback. Once again, opponent lets 2 go. This one throws the move though. This is probably what you should do. Because using the shield just to farm down is definitely not worth it. Right here, they go into Noctowl. This is not what I wanted to see. I was hoping that I could do good damage. We do decent damage anyway with the superpower. It hits for neutral due to the normal type. In comes the Deoxys. I am not gonna bait right here. I am gonna go for the Blast Burn. Opponent does shield the first. We have to shield their move as well. Thunderbolt, this is good for me, because this is a lot of energy that we get rid of, quote unquote, by using shield. And to my surprise, they didn't shield the next move. I get to a Dragon Claw. They do shield it, but I'm just gonna shield as well. And we get to another Dragon Claw. I think this might have been a CMP tie. And that's gonna take it out, even if it would have not. Even if they would have gotten to the move first, I still had energy on my Chesnaught. Alright, right here, I'm attempting successfully catching an Ice Punch. Opponent comes into the Bastodon. This is not exactly great. It's better that we see this against the Frostlass than against the Zard. And I don't even get to the second Shadow Ball. Probably would have not really mattered. I'm immediately going to Superpower because I don't want to go down the shield. I know that they have a Flamethrower. They end up shielding, which to be honest surprised me a little. And right here, I'm once again throwing the move. We go for the CMP tie. We know we win it. Opponent shields again. And at this point, I was a little bit afraid that they might switch out. And then my Zard ends up being lined up against the Bastodon again. But they do not. We are able to throw the superpower. This one doesn't get shielded because they have no more shields. In comes the Medicham. And it is a Dunsparce. Dunsparce with the Rock Slide. Gonna take me out, and I do a huge mistake right here. I should have done an additional wing attack. Then we would have probably ended up in a CMP time. And as you can see right here, we have to farm this down. And it barely survives. I think if I would have done the wing attack, we would have been able to knock it out right there and then double Frenzy Plant the Medicham for the win. Very close. 1 HP to save them. Opponent stays in with their Deoxys after I bring in my Frostlass. I go for a Psycho Boost. I'm gonna let it go. It does damage, but not too much. In comes another Umbreon. That is like the third Deoxys into Umbreon in this set. I'm surprised. Where are all of these Pokemon coming from? Haven't seen this combination in a while. At least not as often. Opponent also knocks me out. Once again, we're gonna go into our Chesnaught and we're gonna go for a huge farm down. These last resorts are doing damage, but it is not really threatening us. We are low. We have a lot of energy. In comes once again a Noctowl. Maybe this is a line that someone posted somewhere. I'm going to my Zard. In comes the DD. We are gonna go for the Blast Burn. And my opponent no shields. They barely survive it. They get to the move. This is gonna be a Psycho Boost, but I have to shield it. And right here, I'm feeling I just need to get to a move. I just need to land the move. Doesn't matter what move it is. And to my surprise, my opponent just no shields. And right here, our wing attack went through. We are just shielding, and then the damage gets applied, and the opponent faints with 2 shields. They probably could have not really done anything. I think they would have lost either way, even if they ended up shielding there twice. Because I would have been able to get to my superpower. So, yeah. I think it was reasonable to just no shield and hope that they somehow would take less damage. I don't know. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today. I hope you enjoyed these battles. If you did, feel free to like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and follow me on socials above. Have a good rest of the day, good luck in your own battles, and see ya!